Judy Clibborn. I'm your state representative from the 41st District, and here we are. Once again, we are down here in a special session to deal with a very large budget shortfall. We are looking at trying to make up $2 billion in the next year just to get even, and it is not a happy place. No one wants to make these cuts. They are very onerous, they hurt people, and most people down here have worked really hard to make sure that the services that the state provides are good services, and so when we have to cut them, it's very painful. However, right now you have about half of the legislature meeting in committees that have to do with the budget, and they are down here almost every day. I am down here because I am working not on those budgets, but I'm working on the transportation budget. So I have been down here almost every day working on some form of transportation issue and going to caucus and talking to the people who are working in the other budget. I think that you will probably not see anything coming out terribly soon, but you need to know we're all working really hard. So we're going to start the 520 tolling the week after Christmas. And one of the reasons why we're going to do it that week is that that is a lower traffic time, and it gives us a chance to get used to the tolling. When it rolls out, you always expect a few glitches, so it'll give us an opportunity to make sure that we can get it up and running in a very good way. I think that there will be people who will try and go another way to get away from the toll. I think that they will find in the long run that it will take them a lot more time to go to these alternate routes. But for the first month, if you are not thinking about using 520, you should be aware that the road you are using, 522, I-90, 405, and I-5, will all be impacted by having tolls on 520. That means it will take maybe a month, it might take a couple of months for things to sort out, where people figure out that maybe their time is worth the toll and they will go, because if you are on a toll facility, you will probably be moving pretty fast. That's something we haven't always been able to say about 520. One of the things you need to know if you will be using 520, we have more bus service that will be available. We have increased the number of park and ride slots. People should have alternate ways to go across that bridge. They don't have to go in a single occupancy car. And so I think there are things that we are doing to make sure that people have more choices to get across the 520 bridge. There are a number of ways for your tolls to be collected on the 520 bridge, so you might want to think about how you're going to use the bridge. If you're only going to go a couple of times a year, you can just drive across and you will get a bill in the mail. It will cost you a little extra. I think it's $1.50 more, but that is a very doable way to get across the bridge. If you're going to go on a more regular basis, you need a good to go sticker. It's the most inexpensive way to go across the bridge, and you can get it online. If you go to the website, you can see where some local stores have good to go stickers. There are good phone numbers for you to call if you have any issues at all. But good to go is going to be the least expensive way for you to go across the bridge. It will be different cost of tolls at different times of the day. So you might even want to change the time of day if it's within your purview to go ahead and change the time that you go across. If you don't have to go at peak time, go at another time and save a little money. I think that you will find the 520 tolling to be something that will get you to where you need to go, and you need to look at how it impacts you before you get started. Just to go back and remind everybody, the reason why we have tolls on the bridge is because we are replacing a bridge that could go down in a storm. So we are making sure that the connections between eastern side of our county and state and Seattle stay up and running and this bridge should last us for 60 to 100 years. The jobs that are generated by this have been in Hoquiam and in Pierce County. They're in Seattle. It's a good jobs package, but mostly it is a way to replace a bridge that is critical to the way our region works. Thanks for listening. Feel free to contact me at any time if you have issues that you want me to talk about. It's been great being your representative in the 41st District.